Hi, Jenn here from SaleWithJenn.com. Today is my week 10 celebration video, so this is the last video in this series, but stay tuned for some new and exciting series coming up. We're going to make this card today. For this project you'll need, yes, fresh vintage stamp set yet again, although I'm going to use some different parts in it this time. You can tell this is my favorite stamp set. Teeny Tiny Wishes is the other stamp set I'm going to use for the saying. For ink you're going to need Poppy Parade and Basic Black, paper poker and matte, bone folder, dimensionals. I'm going to use this Sale-a-bration brad, so you can get those still free. And punches. I've got a bunch of punches here. We're going to use the Word Window, Modern LabelBouquet Blossom, this is the triple punch, and also the Blossom Punch from the mini catalog. For cardstock you're going to need 11 by 4 1/4 piece of Poppy Parade. I've got a piece of designer paper. This is from the Twitter Padded collection in the Occasions mini catalog. This is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. A piece of Basic Black, which is 4 1/4 by 3 inches, and the white that's going to mat onto is 4 by 2 3/4. You're also going to need some scrap paper of white, Poppy Parade, and Basic Gray. So I've started by taking the Poppy Parade piece of cardstock and folding it in half and added designer paper to the front. I've got my Blossom Punch on the first setting, so it's going to make this scallop circle shape. So I'm just going to put it into the punch, press down, it just goes one click. So I've got that little scallop circle shape, just small. I'm going to take my Basic Gray ink pad in the smallest circle from the stamp set, and I'm going to stamp right over top. And because it's clear, I can position it. There we go. Now on the piece of white, I'm going to take the long strip with my Basic Black ink pad, and I'm going to stamp 2 rows. And I've sized this just so it's a little bit bigger. The paper's a little bit smaller than the stamp, so it's really easy to position. Aren't those lines beautiful? I just love the look of that. So I've got a saying from the Teeny Tiny Wishes, and I'm just going to stamp it in the Poppy Parade ink, and I'm going to put it aside to dry. I find red is one of those inks that just smears a little bit. So I'm going to put together the flower. So I've just punched out of the Basic Gray cardstock a Blossom Punch and 3 of the Modern Label punches. What's really cool about these is they fit perfectly in this punch. It almost made it look like they're meant to be a layer in that punch. And I'm just going to layer the 3. I know it doesn't look very good in the center, but we're going to cover that up. Just like that. And then I'm going to take my stamped image, my paper piercing, and poke a hole right in the middle. Now I'm going through lots of layers here, so I'm really going to dig that in there. I'm going to widen the hole a bit. It'd help if I had stuck that on first. Tip, stick it on first. And then I'm going to take one of the brads. There's a bunch of different colors, but we're going to use a Poppy Parade one. And there's our pretty flower embellishment. So I'm going to punch out the Happy Birthday with my Word Window punch. And I'm going to punch it off to the left a little bit, because I'm going to lay this saying on the edge of my white. I'm going to cut off the ends. And the reason I did this rather than stamp it directly is so that I didn't have to worry about lining it up at all. It's perfectly lined up when I punch it out. So now let's layer all this together. Okay, and now I'm going to add the flower with some dimensionals. And there we go. There's our card. It is classy, and it certainly could be for a male as well as a female because of the colors. And with the Teeny Tiny Wishes, you can put almost any saying on here. This one I've done a Get Well Wishes. And try something like this and vary up the colors. Here's another one with completely different colors. I hope you enjoyed my celebration video series. I look forward to showing you some new tips and techniques in future video series. Thanks for watching.